My Scoby that has been growing for 15 days now. Today is the 15th day, and I'm getting ready to make my kombucha tea. It was very small, about this size at first, and now it's huge. So my hands are clean. I cleaned them, I sterilized them with vinegar, and I'm getting ready to transfer it to this plate, clean this with more vinegar and hot water so it'll be sterilized, and then add a cup of this starter tea back into here with my new tea that I made for my kombucha. So I'm getting ready to remove my Scoby. Whoa, it's really thick.
Daddy, look.
So that's what it looks like. See the back
Daddy,
side.
look. Daddy, look.
Shut up.
So I'm going to go ahead and pour this in here, about a cup, and I'll actually drink the rest, because you can drink the rest or you can use it for your hair to make your hair real shiny and pretty. This is a natural probiotic. You can use it as salad dressing or whatever you want to use it for. So here I've sterilized my jar with the hot water and the vinegar, and then I have my tea here that's going to become the kombucha. This is an actual herbal healing tea, and it is dandelion leaves, pardiarco, red clover, and elderberry. So it's not only going to be a probiotic, but it's also healing. It has healing properties in it too. So this is 16 cups of tea that I'm putting in here. And then I'm going to add my cup of starter tea, which I had from my kombucha that I grew, just to get it started. I'm pouring that in. And this is just extra that I'll use to drink. And then we're just gonna go ahead and drop the Scoby in and let it do its thing. We're gonna cover it and put it back up under the dark counter for 7 days. And then we'll have our Scoby. We'll have our kombucha tea. Seven days. So just to show you how I got it started, I have raw kombucha here. And this is what I poured in my first batch of tea. My first batch of tea was 4 cups of water. 4 cups of tea, and then 1/3 cup of honey. Most of the people that make kombucha, they use the organic sugar, but I used raw honey. And then I added this in, and it had like a small little Scoby in there, probably the size of my nail thumb. And then after 15 days, you let it go for 2 weeks. So you can let it go for 16 days, but I decided to take it out today because it's thick enough for me to go ahead and start making my tea. And so 15 to 16 days, and then I remake my tea, which I've actually made 16 cups, and then I put 4 cups of honey in here. So that's what the Scoby feeds off of the sugar, and that's what makes it all bubbly and gets it to growing. So it will grow another Scoby. This is the mother Scoby now, and it will grow another Scoby. So it will actually get thicker, and then I'll have 2 Scobies to start making multiple jars of tea. So, but you always want to make sure all of your bottles and your hands are sterilized so that you don't infect your Scoby. And then your tea, you want to make sure it's cool. It's room temperature, because if you put your Scoby in hot tea, it will kill it. So this tea is very cool. And now I'm adding a Scoby. So we're going to wait 7 days, and then we'll have tea to drink. So I have a bottle that I was drinking on, and I wanted to show you how it's just little stuff floating around in the bottom, but it's nothing much. It's just little bitty particles. And so you can see that it's a fermented tea, and all of this here is what starts your big Scoby here. So you just pour the whole bottle into your batch of tea, your first batch of tea that you make, and then you grow it for the 16 days. So I just wanted to show you that. So I have my Scoby sitting under this dark cabinet and undisturbed. It's going to sit there for 7 days, and then my tea will be ready. But again, if you're making the actual Scoby, it has to sit for 16 days to become this thick. In 4 cups of tea and 1/3 cup of sweetener. Be sure to keep your bottles, because you can pour your tea back into these clean bottles once you clean them, and you can drink your own original Scoby. You never have to buy another $5 kombucha, because now you know how to make your own. Blessings.